Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. I have a flip through for you today. So, I needed to do my second half of the year journal. You guys know I had an original journal, and that's right here. And this journal was supposed to be for the full year because I don't generally, I'm not the kind of person that journals every day. I like it more for memories than anything. But this filled up super fast. Like, look at this, you guys. I can't get anything else in here. May is my birthday month, so I'm gonna have birthday stuff in here. And this is gonna have to last through June. And I thought this was gonna last for the whole year, and definitely not. So this one is packed. It's like busting out of its seams, as you can see. And this was just made from a 9x12 envelope that I followed Gail's tutorial on, and yeah, it's super full. So I needed to come up with a second half of the journal, and here we go. This is the second half of my journal, or second half of the year journal, and I love how this turned out. This is fabric, but there's felt beneath it, so it's soft. It's a hardback, but it's soft. This image was from the Graphics Fairy, and I liked the greens and stuff through the picture, so I added this little fabric flower and this butterfly right here, and this kind of draws all those colors together. We've got book corners on all four corners, and they seem to have worked really well this time. I think because this cover was thicker with the felt and stuff on there. This is a fabric, a sheer fabric that I got from Thistle Creative Reuse. It was $10 a bag day. So I just threw that in there and it made my, to cover my spine up, and it looks really good with this fabric as well. Also, as you guys know, this signature that's in this journal actually was one that I had put in this glue book. This is my Victorian Floral. And because I just threw it together and it wasn't planned, I didn't have lined paper or anything in it. It was just all that paper pad, just glued all the pages together, not even thinking about it because I just wanted to try it. Well, I made the signature and glued that in there, but then it was just too thick because this is pretty gator mouth, and this is even tied, so you can see how wide that is, and that signature just wouldn't fit in that journal. So that's where this one came through, because you guys know I wanted to do the coffee journal with Darcy's kit for my second half of the year journal, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. So I just went with this signature. I didn't want it to go to waste, so here we go. So something to tell you guys to start with is that there's not going to be a bunch of journal cards and tags and stuff in here, because I found that in my original journal I haven't really used many of them, and if I need any I can just tuck them in here. But you know, I mainly want the pockets and stuff for the memories, you know, put like receipts or tickets or, you know, whatever inside the journal. And I'd rather have these empty than, you know what I mean? So there's not going to be tags and journal cards and all that stuff in this journal. So anyway, we start out with a pocket here, and the back cover is the same way. This is the same fabric on the cover. This is from Liana Scraps. Love her prints. They're absolutely beautiful. This is from the Mother Nature kit. And I used that for the cover one, the cover page. I did get some coffee in here from Darcy. I think that was from her 1,000 subscribers. It was a free kit. So I did get a couple of these prints in here. Over here, you saw one of these pockets that I made for the Victorian Floral. So we got a pocket, and then two pockets here and two pockets here. And I know it looks so weird with not having anything in the pockets. And then there's a tuck behind it right here. So I can put plenty of stuff in that if I want to. Okay, then over here is for our Bible studies. We've been having Bible studies every Sunday night. And in this one, in my original journal, that was never, we weren't doing Bible studies at the time. So I had to devise a plan, and this is what I've come up with this one. It's just paper. And I just paper and paper and paper, and they're just washi taped all together. And it is kind of a little bit of a mess, but it worked for the time since we weren't doing it when I created this journal. So now I've got this nice, neat little booklet, and we got this little hope up here, which is really pretty. If you guys can see that, it's kind of like under a dome. Very pretty. It says hope. We got a bunch of stars on here, and then across there we got this right here, says rejoice on the cover of that. And then this print right here, I think it was Carolyn's Musings. I think that's what that one came from. I don't remember. But it says, remember me, love God. And then inside is just all the papers for all of our journaling. Because I like to put in there, you know, we use it also as a time for us to all get together and have dinner. And so I write down what we had that night, what we discussed in the Bible, what we read, and that kind of stuff. So it's nice to kind of have a place that was already planned for it. Then here's the other print from the Darcy's kit. Right here is a tablet. I really wanted this to go into the Victorian floral, but like I said, the signature wouldn't fit in there. This actually comes out and can be removed, and you can put another one in there. And there's like 8 sheets here for today's tasks, so I will find that very handy. And this right here came from the Once Upon a Time paper pad that I got from Thistle Creative Reuse. Beautiful print, you guys. I don't know what story that is that's on there, but oh my goodness, look at the colors and stuff on that. So we're going to slide that back into the slot. So that's really going to be handy. Here is some coffee dyed paper. I just stenciled some flowers and a couple butterflies. You know how I feel about butterflies. Love them. Okay, then right here is going to be for whatever special events happen. Like every year we try to do something, whether it's for all of us or just the grandkids or what have you. Last year we went to Corpus and we went to San Antonio. I wasn't doing journals then, and I wish I had been because I would have included all of that. But this is going to be for whatever special event we have going on. So we've got pockets in here to put, like, you know, like say we go to the zoo. We could have a park map in here. Receipts, whatever we decide to do. And then over here is plenty more writing space for like an itinerary or what have you. And I can even add pockets on here if I want. You know, another pocket there, you know, whatever. I just want to have a special place in here for that special event that we may or may not, you know, this year do, which more than likely we will have something to go in that. Oh, yes, and then there's a big pocket right here as well that can be included with that. Over here is this graph paper. It's got this really pretty bird, again, from a paper pad. And I matched these pockets to go with that to kind of bring those colors in. And then over here is, this is a little flower altered paper clip that I made. Not like the normal ones that, you know, kind of like fold over and you don't see any of the paper clip. But I really like this one. And this holds this shut because this could be more writing space. And then writing space on this part too. But right here, this paper that I told you about, I think when my daughter and I were coffee dyeing, we just put some different colored dyes and stuff, and it made the pages really pretty. So, wrong way, this way. So that just keeps the page from flapping around. Some journal space here that I stenciled. Oh. Here's about the only things you're going to see in here, I'm sure. This one was just a blank piece, or a piece of scrap that I had, and I just had this little tiny pocket and thought it was cute there. And then this one can just go this way or this way, that I can write whatever I want to on there. This is a tag pocket that I learned this from Stephanie over at Coffee Paper Scissors. I'll link to her site below, or her YouTube below, and then there's a pocket here. So she's got this whole big pocket thing, which is what I put in the Victorian journal as well. I use a lot of those pockets in that Victorian journal. Another pocket here. Here's a tuck spot here. And what I really wanted to do here is kind of tie the colors in. So I did that with this little wooden butterfly. If you can see that wooden butterfly right there. It ties in all of those colors. The yellows, the oranges, the greens, all that gets tied in with that little butterfly. I thought that was cute. And then this is part of this envelope, which is a huge tuck spot right there. And then we got another tuck spot here with a little bit of trim. And then I stenciled right here some green, and then it says "Let Love Grow" right there. I thought that was super cute. Right here we got some more journaling space. And then right here is one of the paper flowers that I make, but this one's attached. It's not a paper clip. I used this purple trim. Purple's one of my favorite colors. Stamped here, and then drew the lines around the page. And it made this cute little border for that page. Right here is a vellum envelope. This is in the Victorian floral. On one page there was 3 envelopes. Well, this was one of them, and it tore on the edge. So I said, you know what? Let's keep it. We'll put it in here for my journal. Since it's my journal, I don't care that there's a tear there. And then it's a tuck spot also behind it. Right here, I don't know where this came from. It was on my computer, so if you recognize the images, please let me know in the comments below so I can give credit, but they're beautiful. I actually put these two together and printed it off on one sheet because I loved the flowers. I think they're just gorgeous, and the whole background and everything is really pretty. So just let me know if anybody knows where that belongs so I can give credit for that. Over here is a double belly band there, and then I used this on the trim on this page on some more of that pretty coffee dyed paper we did, and then I stenciled a flower. More journaling, another stenciled flower there. These postcards right here come from Digital Collage Group, and what I did with these was I actually cut them out the way that they were on the paper. So you're going to see all these little nicks and cuts and stuff on there, and it makes them look really authentically old. I really love that. So the point of these is you write on the back, and then you can write in the space below them. And then I did some stamps there. It went a little wayward on this one, but hey, it's my journal. I don't care. I left it. Here's another double belly band, but this one wraps around to the other side. Another double belly band, and I put one of the stamps. I cut the flower out right there and stuck it on. I love the color of this paper right here. Here is another journal spot. This right here is the other half. This is the graph paper with the bird on it. This again is from Digital Collage. I'll link below for that group too, so you can see if you want to join up. Double pocket right here. Some flowers on there, and then I like this print. This, I think, came from the tablet from Walmart, the paper pad from Walmart, and I really love that print. And over here is a couple more paper flowers that I stamped and cut out, and then I did the same thing with the lines. But I just went to the bottom and up this side, and it's a double line, just for a border. I think it's cute. And as you guys know from my Christmas journals, if you've seen those flip throughs, I usually use the coffee dyed paper for pictures. So I've left myself plenty of places for pictures for the second half. Here is some more journal space. And then over here is another coffee print. Now actually there's a funny story behind this. Right here on this little edge, you can see this. So that's because this print was upside down. I was going by this picture here, and I said, oh, that looks right. Never bothered to look at the owl and the coffee. So behind this, it's upside down. And I just covered it with this. Gave me more writing space or space for pictures or what have you. And I just stenciled some flowers on the edges. So I fixed my mistake there, not paying attention when I put the signature together. At one point it was right side up, but somehow it got twisted around. But I really love the outcome and how that turned out. Then over here I have a stencil of a bee, and this I used was brush corduroy is the color for this right here. Closest I had to yellow, and then just put some black on the back, but it's a really cute bee. And then here I put this snippet strip on there. There's a reason for that as well. If you can see this right here, I think you can probably see the white strip. And that is because my new borderless printer will not print on this cardstock, and it's not even that heavy of the cardstock. So if you look at this first one, you see how green this is right here? It's supposed to be that green on the edge, and it just shifted the paper or something. I don't know what it did, but it only does it on the cardstock. And so it left a white trim here, so I just covered it up with the strip. And I learned this about these strips from Pam, I believe, at Paper Outpost. And I had one that was in greens and decided to use it to cover that up. And that is my personal journal for the second half of the year, guys. I really love how it turned out. I think that it turned out really well, and I'm sure this one will get filled up nicely just like my original one did, but this one's going to be able to stand up to it a little better because it's got a 1.5-inch spine, 9x6. This one right here, like I said, was just an envelope. There's no spine really, which is what causes the cover to bow out like that. But I played it smart this time, and we got a nice hardcover for the second half of the year. Either way, I love them both. Full of memories, so it's totally worth it. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think of this journal down in the comments below. But thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!